Hello beauties, I hope you're doing amazing. My name is Shaz and I love colorful makeup. Today I'm so excited to be playing with Citrus Punch palette from Simply Posh. I can't wait to jump in. We're going to do swatches and 3 eye looks. I'm also going to show you a side comparison of this palette with the other 3 palettes that I have from Simply Posh. If that sounds good to you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Let's go into the video. I'm going to use Base Booster from BH Cosmetics as base. Just trying to use different kind of bases for the different eye looks to test them in this video. This is such a summery palette. Look at it. Problem right now, and I don't want to hold it too high up, is that this color is broken. So I probably need to press it in before I complete the video. I haven't opened it yet. It's still fully sealed. The little thingy on top. I need to open it right now. There you go. Let's jump in because I'm so excited about this summeriness in this palette. I'm gonna go into the yellow. I'm using the yellow. It just goes, oof. Okay, a lot of flyawayness happening. I'm just gonna do it this way, just trying to pack it. I'm using Fizz. These names are all about citrus. They're just so cute. I love citrus fruits, everybody, if you didn't know. I'm now gonna use a little bit of this orange, named Orange. And I'm gonna just put this in my outer V. I'm gonna try to do a super fun, funky, colorful look right now. Getting ready for the summer, everybody. It's pretty hot here in Austin. Just putting a little bit more of the orange on my lower lash line. I'm putting some NYX's glitter primer on my lid and then on this lid. And I'm going to go in the palette in Tasty, which is a beautiful, like, wet looking color that is sort of peach to pink. This looks like it even has sort of a blue-green hue. And I'm just gonna put this beauty on my lid. I don't know if you can see the shimmer that I put on my eyes, but I'm loving it. I am pretty impressed with the colors in this palette. Of course, this is the very first impression, so I can't say a whole lot. The very first color that I used, the yellow color Fizz, is a little flyaway. In the first application, you can't say a whole lot about how an eyeshadow is going to perform over time, but it seemed a little flyaway, but it was pretty pigmented, so I didn't have any issues. I mean, I think you all saw the pigmentation. Everything else was so nice, and I'm super impressed by this shimmer. Generally, I really like the shimmers made by Simply Posh. Let me bring the camera closer and show you this eye look from close up. Okay, back for the second eye look. I already primed my eyes with Juvia's Place. I usually use shade number 2 because this is the one that I bought. But frankly, this is a little dark for me. I think even in the video, you might be able to see that it's a little orangey. Beauties, as you saw in the first eye look, this color was broken for me. So I took it out and it's in the process of being submerged in alcohol, and I'm going to press it very soon. I just didn't want to make a mess when I hold this palette like this. Another thing that I realized, beauties, is that this color, Sour, which is a beautiful green with sort of a pinky, goldy hue, beautiful color, has seeped a little bit into the area around it. You know, a lot of times you see this with indie brands where the packaging sort of absorbs the oil that's in the pan. That's literally what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Let me bring it more forward. Maybe you can. Not the biggest deal for me, also not a deal breaker, but let's get started. I'm going to pick a refer brush. This is number 27, and I'm going to go into this beautiful, very summery coral called Zest. I'm just putting this sort of towards the outer edge of my eye. All of these colors, Beauties, are going to be super summery. I'm so excited. I imagine it's going to be difficult to make an eye look with this palette that's not very summery and bright. Beauties, I don't have any particular eye look in mind. We're sort of doing it as we go. And I'm thinking about deepening this out a little bit. So let's go into this beautiful color called Blood Orange. Yeah, pretty intense color. This one reminds me of a few of the colors in Berry Icy. I'm gonna show you these palettes side by side later in the video. With a flat brush, I'm gonna go back into this color and I'm just gonna do my lower lash line real quick. I'm liking this. You can diffuse it using the same coral color, but I'm actually liking it a little bit sharp. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Now let's use a little bit of NYX's Glitter Primer. I'm tapping this color here. If you're making this eye look yourself, you can do something a little conservative and use this color, Tropical, which has a coral base. It's a coral base with sort of a lemony orangey shift. Or this one, Tasty, which I used in my last eye look. I don't want to use it again because I want to try as many colors in this palette. However, I'm going to do something a little radical and I'm going to go into Sour and add green to this look just to see what that's going to look like. And this green is beautiful because it has a pink hue. I hope you can see it. It's a lime green with a pink hue. And I'm just dabbing it here. It's interesting because you can't really see much of the green, and I'm literally just doing it here. I'm not going to touch my inner corner because I have other plans for that. And with my finger, I'm kind of blending this edge. So I tried to do the inner half of my lid. Now with a small-headed brush, I'm going to go into Lemon. You all know where I'm going. I'm going to put this color in my inner corner. I'm just trying to open the eyes, and adding a little bit of a warm, bright color does that. If you all know Lauren May Beauty, she has beautiful eyes and she is the person who taught me this technique. I mean, on her channel, I don't know her personally. I went ahead and put a little bit of this Ultra Blotted Lip from ColourPop on my lips. The color is Chewholic. I am pretty sure this color is not available anymore, but as we all know, ColourPop dupes itself 24/7, so I'm sure you can find this color on ColourPop's website or a dupe for it. Also, I put a little bit of this color, this Super Shock cheek called Georgette, on my cheeks. I think this was part of the So Very Lovely palette that came out last summer. I don't know if it's available anymore. I bought it late last year, so it might still be available. Love the color. It's a little bit corally and it also has a sheen of gold, which I absolutely love. And I thought it kind of goes with everything else that's going on around my eyes. In terms of second impressions of this palette, Beauties, I'm still impressed. There's a little bit of fall off. I think you might already be able to see that over there. It just had too much kick up in the pan. Everything else was good though. The only thing is that I can't see pretty much any green. Maybe I see a little bit of green in the, the shift in the eyeshadow, but I just love the green to pink to gold. It's so, so, so beautiful. Very impressive, friends, because these kinds of colors are the type that a lot of other brands sell for, $14 a single. So it's just amazing for it among a bunch of other similar colors to be in a palette that is like $45. It's just so impressive, and the quality has been amazing. Pigmentation, same thing. Let me bring the camera closer and show you this eye look from close up. Okay, Beauties, going back into this beautiful palette for the last eye look. Ignore the fact that I'm missing a few nails. They felt today, of course, right before I came to video, they would fall. And I already primed with Painterly as always. What I want to do, Beauties, is to use these. These are from the Michaela Patu collection from Glamlight. I ordered these in some gigantic sale for like $8 or something really decent, and $8 for 4 brushes, that's like $2 a brush, so I was like, heck yeah. I also went ahead and pressed this back in without too much hesitation. I'm gonna go into Quench, this beautiful, beautiful pink color. I'm gonna try to do something a little different, and I'm gonna just put it here. This is such a summery palette. I can't imagine that I would use this and not get a super bright, colorful look. I also think I saw a video when somebody was talking about the new Beauty Bay palette. You know, I don't remember the name of the palette. I'll put a photo up. And she said that that palette looks oddly similar to this. And you know what? It totally does, minus the greens, of course. But I'm not sure if I really even need the Beauty Bay palette. This kind of serves the purpose. Also, I have a lot of Beauty Bay palettes. I have the, what was it, a sunset palette or something that they came out with sometime either last year or sort of late the year before, and I still have that. Let's go into Lime, this beautiful green color. And I'm going to put this in the outer part of my eye look. I originally wanted to do blood orange, and then I just realized that I have already used blood orange. I use it in the last look, so I don't want to repeat shades. I want to make sure we try as many shades as we can. The issue here is that green mixed with coral, because coral is sort of a variation of pink, so it has red in it. If you mix it with green, you are going to get, I'm going to use another brush for the same color. It's more of a packing brush just to make sure I can pack it a little bit. You're going to get brown because they're red and green are going to be complementary colors. But I'm liking this. This didn't turn out so bad. You see a little bit of brown here, that's why. And you see the same effect here. But Beauties, don't despair. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a little bit of a funky, glittery, beautiful color over it. But until then, I'm gonna hold this up and do my lower lash line. I'm gonna use the same packing brush. I'm now gonna go into this yellow lemon a little bit. I just want to diffuse this color a little bit with the yellow. Again, the point is to just try as many colors as I can. Now I'm going to use a little bit of NYX. I'm going to tap it where these two colors meet. And I'm going to go into this color. This is a beautiful gold to pink. I'm pretty sure I did not use this before. It's a beautiful color. You all know how much I love gold and pink. It also has a hue of green, so hopefully this goes. I'm just tapping it here. I think it looks pretty nice. I also put a little bit of this chubby stick. This is called Butterfly Kisses. I think it's from the Y2 collection of ColourPop. I don't know if it's available, but you know, it's ColourPop. It might be, or there's definitely going to be a dupe available on ColourPop's website. Let's quickly talk about the palette before I bring the camera closer and show you this eye look from close up. Of course, this is going to be the very first impression of this palette. These are the first 3 eye looks that I made with this palette, so they're colors I haven't used. I can't really comment on every single color. However, overall, I love the color story. I am so enamored by the fact that this is so colorful, this is so summery, this is so bright. It's just so exciting. And then of course this is following the same concept from other Simply Posh palettes, which is having the shimmer at the middle, having a darker matte row at the top, having a lighter matte row at the bottom, or maybe vice versa. I think the pigmentation was pretty good for the mattes. I didn't use all the shimmers, but the shimmers are very unique. Some of them are a little thinner. I think the one that I use right now is thinner. I think this one that I used last time was also a little thinner. They're not super opaque. It makes more sense to use it on top of something versus using it by itself. So there is a little bit of that. There are a few I haven't used, so I can't really comment to every single shimmer. However, they are super different and very multi-chromy. That's kind of a common thing for Simply Posh. They do very unique shimmers in their palettes for the price, definitely. So if I were to say something maybe a little bit negative about the palette, is that some of the colors are a tiny bit thin. For example, the color that I used in the eye look I'm wearing, this one, Quench, is a little thin. This is common of neon colors, and frankly these kinds of colors are really neon colors. I have talked about this in a lot of my videos at length. They're thinner. The nature of these kinds of pigments is that the pigment is finer, they're just thinner. So you might have to build it up. If you blend it too much, it might sort of wipe off your face. So you just have to be aware of how to use them. You might need to pack them on top of a kind of attack your base and so on, which is part of the reason why I had to kind of build this up. But then when you build it up, it looks very nice. So just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. Now let me quickly compare this palette with my other Simply Posh palettes so that you can see the difference. Citrus Punch compared to Fairytale Fairies. Citrus Punch compared to Genuine Gems. Citrus Punch compared to Berry Icy. Okay, beauties, I'm gonna now bring the camera and show you this eye look from close up. Thank you so much, beauties. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I love you all. Have an amazing day, and until next time, bye.